Hey, Trevor Matthews here with day 11 of my 30-day video challenge talking about training, education, and mentorship. Today I want to talk about taking action and how important it is to take action in whatever you do. Because you can take as many courses, you can be to tons of seminars, you can read tons of books, you can have tons of certificates and things, but if you don't take action afterwards, you're not really working towards anything, you're drifting. It's important to take that action. You take a course and they give you skills and talk about skills that you can use towards your goal. After that course, you need to start using that, implementing them. It's so important to do that because if you don't, you'll start to forget it. And then you'll be like, one day will go by, a week will go by, a month will go by, a year will go by, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I wish I would have started that a year ago. So when you say that to yourself, start that day. That's the day you start taking action. Right now, today is to take that action step. Because if you don't, once again, it's going to be tomorrow, it's going to be next week, it's going to be next year. And you need to start taking action. And that's really when my life started to change, when I started taking more action in the things that I was working towards, that I wanted to do. I talked about goals yesterday and how I set a goal to become a refrigeration mechanic and get my ticket. And I took action steps to get there. But when I got there, when I told you about my goals yesterday, all of a sudden there was no more action being taken. I was just doing my day-to-day thing, just drifting. So you need to have specific goals like we talked about yesterday, but you need to take action towards them. You know, James Clear, he wrote a book called Atomic Habits. I highly recommend reading that book, but he talks about it, turning your habits into action. For example, if you wake up in the morning, you don't make your bed. Well, when you wake up in the morning, make that bed day 1. Make it again day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. And just do it so many times until it becomes a habit. That's like taking action as well. Take action on day 1. And then take some more action on day 2. Take more action on day 3. And some days it's going to be a little bit less action, but you're working towards it. Every day can't be 125% on the specific task at hand. Because maybe there's things like come and go in the way. Maybe things happen, you go on vacation, whatever it is. But you need to be focused on taking that action. And when you start taking that action, if you're in sales, you're going to see your sales numbers start to go up. If you're you're a technician, you're in the field, you're going to see your calls, your troubleshooting time reduce by taking specific action. So learning. So every day I talk about, you should read every day. Even a little bit. It doesn't matter if it's a book or a technical manual, fiction, nonfiction. Read every day and get into the habit of reading. So take action on reading. And over time, those actions are going to lead to something. And maybe right now, day 1, day 7, day 15, it doesn't seem like anything's happening because it's a short time. But think about 2 or 3 years down the road, you're taking these action steps towards those goals or that career or that blueprint lifestyle that you're looking for. It's so important to take action. And when you start taking action, you're going to see a change in your life. Okay. Lots of people say knowledge is power. Well, knowledge is potential power until you take action. That's a quote from Jim Quick, right? You need to take that action. It's so important. I'd love to hear your questions and comments, what you do to take action in your life, in your career, and how do you do the do? Take that action. I'd love to hear your questions or comments. My name is Trevor Matthews. Let's get a conversation going.